This week on the Island Times News Update, Mitchell Harding is appointed to the Atlantic Beach Commission. Some residents of Aquatic Gardens are still out of their homes following flooding last month, and Beaches Watch gives a boost to the Red Cross Lifesaving Corps. Welcome to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. A little more than 2 years after losing the Atlantic Beach District 5 race to Jonathan Doherty, Mitchell Harding has now been appointed to the seat to fill out the remaining 2 years of Doherty's term. The Atlantic Beach Commission voted unanimously Tuesday night to appoint Harding to the seat. He was one of 4 who applied to the city to fill the vacancy in a process spelled out in the city charter. Each of the 4 candidates was given an opportunity to make their case to the commission, and all were praised by elected officials for bringing diverse and unique qualifications to the table.
We have 4 very qualified candidates, and their qualifications are as close to even as I can see, but they all bring different characteristics to it. Each one has a strength. So that's going to be a tough decision from that perspective. So there's a really logical path to take, and that is we are really elected as representatives of the people. And there are 2 candidates that have run, and 1 candidate that has run recently that did very well in the last election. And that's the position I'm going to fall back on is 48% of elected voters that chose to vote in the last election chose one of the candidates. And the other 3, for whatever reason, weren't able to be in that race or didn't know it existed or didn't want to. So I don't see how we can improve on that.
But Commissioner Blythe Waters said that there were other factors to be considered.
Election night in Atlantic Beach tends to be a lot about the mandate of the person who won, and yet many of our elections are decided by less than 100 votes. So I don't know that there's ever a vote of no confidence in a way, because we are so close. And the question before us is which of these 4 candidates should serve? And that's not a question that has been put to the voters at this time. So when I was collecting information, I came at it from a slightly different way, which is what I was currently hearing from voters and sort of taking some mental tallies, and something that also bears consideration. Voters can only vote for what is in front of them, and what was in front of them 2 years ago is different than what's in front of them now.
Under the charter, the commission was required to entertain a single motion to select one candidate, and if that failed, there would be a second motion for a different candidate. Commissioner John Stinson moved to appoint Harding to the seat, and it was seconded by Commissioner Hill. The vote was unanimous, and Harding was sworn in on the commission immediately. Harding is a native of the Beaches communities. He served in the U.S. Air Force from 1980 through 2008, attaining the rank of First Sergeant. He then pursued a career in law enforcement, first in Gulfport, Mississippi, and later with the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office when he returned to the region after Hurricane Katrina. He's the owner of MRH Security Services in Atlantic Beach. Well, some residents in Atlantic Beach suffered extensive water damage to their homes during flooding that occurred more than 2 weeks ago, and some have still not been able to return to their homes. At the special commission meeting Tuesday night, Commissioner Jimmy Hill raised the issue just before the meeting adjourned. Hill described the situation as a slow-burn micro-disaster and described people, particularly in the Aquatic Gardens neighborhood, who have lost practically everything because of flooding that happened on November 15th. Hill said that he wanted to put out a public call to the community in an effort to get help for those in need. After the storm, the Atlantic Beach Police Department conducted a survey of the area, but it was determined that the amount of damage when taken as an aggregate did not meet the threshold for federal assistance. Many of the homeowners did not have flood insurance and have no means to repair the damage to their homes or replace clothing and furniture. Mayor Mitch Reeves said that each commissioner should reach out to some local organizations to see if they had any resources that could be contributed to the effort. He suggested that Beaches Habitat might have excess drywall or other supplies from recent projects that could be donated to help repair some of the flooded homes. He also said he would contact the Salvation Army. Commissioner Blythe Waters said she would contact Beam. Commissioner John Stinson said he would get in touch with the local Rotary Club to see if they could offer assistance. The issue remains what entity or individual would coordinate the distribution of any assistance, or if homeowners would contact organizations individually to seek assistance. Neptune Beach has several new policies on its agenda for its meeting December 7th. The policies have been crafted by City Manager Andy Hyatt and cover a variety of topics from raises for employees to protections for those who point out problems in City Hall. The Council will hold a workshop meeting before the regular meeting Monday to discuss an internal control policy. The rules would require approval of any expenditure above $500 by the department head, the finance director, and the mayor. It would also require the reporting of comp time, and it requires that the city maintain a balance of 20% in its general fund and its water and sewer fund. The whistleblower policy is designed to protect employees who report possible fraud or misuse of funds to the city manager or other city officials. All such issues would be required to be reported to the City Council. The policies are included on the consent agenda for the Council, meaning they'll be approved as a group and without discussion. Consent agenda items can be pulled from the block vote and debated. Well, when we come back, Beaches Watch honors Deck the Chairs and the Life Saving Corps. This is the Island Times News Update.
Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning in Atlantic Beach offers a full range of residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services, from new installation to replacement and remodeling. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning can keep your home comfortable year-round, and they offer preventive maintenance contracts to keep your system running at peak efficiency. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning is an authorized Bryant dealer and will service all brands. For year-round comfort in your home or business, contact the original Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning at 241-1788. Beaches Academy Child Care Center in Jacksonville Beach has been offering affordable, loving child care to families in the Beaches communities for 35 years. Conveniently located on Penman Road, Beaches Academy offers care for children from infants through preschool, with programs that encourage learning and outdoor play. Our affordable tuition means families can get quality child care at a price that fits their budget. Contact Beaches Academy at 246-3885 and schedule a tour of our center. Beaches Academy, the child always comes first.
Welcome back to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. Beaches Watch presented its annual Give Back Award to Deck the Chairs, earmarking the $1,000 gift for the Beaches Life Saving Corps, which is the beneficiary of the annual event. Beaches Watch presents the award annually to a deserving nonprofit organization at the beach. Life Saving Corps Representative Bill Horn said that while the American Red Cross is still involved with the lifeguards, a recent change in their policies left the Corps without insurance when they're on the beach doing their jobs.
They came to us and said, hey, from now on you have to take care of all of your own liability insurance. We cannot cover you. We can cover you on the bulkhead and in the building. You know, if somebody slips and falls in the building, you're an American Red Cross, but once you step off into the beach, that's not us. So we were required to go out and purchase our own liability insurance. And as you can probably guess, covering 3.5 miles of beach with unknown, tens of thousands of people on the beach and for a 12-month period, it got kind of expensive. We're already on a small budget, and we had to do some things to cover that.
The Deck the Chairs event runs through January 2nd, and we'll have more on that in just a moment. The Atlantic, Eastern, and Central Pacific hurricane seasons officially ended this week, and as predicted, the Atlantic season stayed below normal with 11 named storms, while the Eastern and Central Pacific were above normal with both regions shattering all-time records. Overall, the Atlantic hurricane season produced 11 named storms, including 4 hurricanes, 2 of them which became major hurricanes but remained out to sea. Although no hurricanes made landfall in the United States this year, 2 tropical storms, Anna and Bill, struck the northeastern coast of South Carolina and Texas, respectively. Anna caused minor wind damage and beach erosion and 1 direct death in North Carolina, and Bill produced heavy rains and flooding while it moved across eastern Texas and Oklahoma. Hurricane Joaquin is the first Category 4 hurricane since 1866 to impact the Bahamas during the month of October. NOAA scientists credit El Niño as the leading climate factor influencing both the Atlantic and Pacific seasons this year. The Beaches Polar Express will be on display at the Beaches Museum and History Park Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visitors can meet Santa and the conductor at the 1911 Cummer & Sons locomotive. Guests can write a letter to Santa, snack on some cocoa and cookies, and enjoy other festivities at the park. Train lovers will also get a chance to see the Polar Express on the model railroad track in the Mayport Depot building. Joe Schwartz, Executive Director of Players by the Sea, plays the conductor. And Deck the Chairs kicked off Sunday with the lighting of the top of the Christmas tree at the Seawalk Pavilion.
Lights up!
Designers went all out in decorating the chairs this year with many more intricate designs. There's also an inflatable slide that's open to kids on weekends during the day at the event. There will be a night of music and dance at the Seawalk Pavilion on Sunday, December 13th. Several local dance schools will perform that evening, as well as traditional holiday music from brass. All Deck the Chairs events are free, and a new passport program is designed to enhance shoppers into local businesses for their holiday shopping. The National Weather Service says we can expect a daily chance of showers over the weekend and into Monday, then turning colder again on Tuesday. Weekend highs will be in the mid to upper 60s with lows in the low 60s. Then by Tuesday, highs will be only in the low 60s. The Island Times is always digital, always free at www.theislandtimes.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to be the first to know about stories posted on the Island Times. I'm Tom Patton. Thanks for watching.